fish on. Big one. Absolute monster. We had him early up here to the bank, and now he's just stripping drag. Oh, we need a bigger net for this fish, everyone. What a slab. Welcome to the channel. Today we are at Cedar Springs trophy trout fishing for a day of wintertime fishing. It is frigid cold this morning, 19 degrees, snow and ice on the ground, but the creek is open, so we're going to fish while we can. I've got a brand new Pfluger President combo that I'm super excited to try out. Spooled up with some 4-pound line. I've got our NRV Baits Ultimate Ball Head Jig and the 1/32 ounce size 6 hook and a float. In today's video, I want to start out trying one of my new lures, and that is the NRV Baits Speckled Pups 2.8-inch trout worm. This is our new worm. We've sold speckled pups since we started our company years ago, but we have got a new and improved worm that I'm super excited to show you guys. But first, we're going to make our way to our first hole, start off today's adventure, get rigged up, and see if we can catch one. So stick around and let's have an awesome day. All right, everyone, let's kick off our morning. One of those awesome pink speckled pups. We want to rig it up onto our float rig. We've got our float up there, 4-pound fluorocarbon line, a 1/32 ounce ball head jig. We've got our worm. We're going to rig it up right through the head, run it down through the body, and poke it out. That's how we're going to start off our adventure. Beautiful presentation. Let's go ahead and make a few casts in this little run, see if there's any fish around. Fish on. Didn't even feel the bite. Our first fish of the morning. There we go. Pink worm catches our first fish right away underneath the float. There we go. Beautiful fish number one. Start out our wintertime adventure. We'll take it. Going ahead and rig our worm back up there. There's several ways to fish these worms, but that jig head is an awesome way, especially when you're throwing it around on that float. I'm sure we'll change up our presentation many times throughout the day, but we'll start out with that very simple float rig underneath the jig and kind of working it back to me. It's still very early in the morning, low light. Can't really see if there's any fish around at all. So we're just bouncing it around, trying to draw one over. All right, everyone, I want to make a quick rig change. I want to pop on a 1/64 ounce ball head jig. I'm going to fish that same pink worm. Again, we're just going to rig him up, just thread him up through the body there. Super simple technique, but I feel like with these shallow waters, now it's getting daylight enough that I can see the bottom, we need a lighter jig head to make that worm flow through the water more naturally. Let's go on ahead, continue fishing, and just see if we can catch ourselves fish number two. Fish on. There we go. We have changed up everything, ladies and gentlemen. Finally got ourselves one to bite. Switched up our jig head with that worm. We popped on a brown creek bug and bounced it right by this one's nose. And it had to have it. Slow bite this morning in the frigid cold. We are dialing in our bite. This one is much larger than our first fish by a significant amount. We will take it. Solid fish. Absolute beauty, everyone. Unreal. We'll take it. So after catching our second fish on a natural brown creek bug, I decided to rig up a number 6 circle hook, light wire by Gamakatsu, a small little BB size split shot, and I put that float back on there. So what I want to do is I want to rig up this worm Wacky style. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go about halfway up the worm, and I'm going to poke our hook right through the middle section of that body and poke it out. And that's basically it. It flows through the water more naturally, very subtle. That larger hook will help us keep these bigger fish on. That split shot to get it down, then we're going to drift it underneath that float. And make a few casts in here, see if we see any other fish. So far, that one we caught was the only one that I had seen, and it took a lot of finessing to get it to bite. Let's go on ahead, bomb out our Wacky rig worm, and see what happens next. Moved our way, maybe 50 yards downstream. Slow pull over there. It's not very deep. We got a bite right away though. Fish on Wacky rig worm. This feels like a good one, everyone. We'll loosen up that drag, that 4-pound test. Oh yeah, this is a very nice fish. Wacky rig, natural brown speckled pup. Managed to find us one. Work our way right over here by these big rocks. There we go, right into the net, everyone. Gorgeous fish. Absolute tanker. Hook right in the corner of the mouth, right where it's supposed to be when you're throwing that Wacky rig with your circle style bait hook. What a stud, everyone. Another whopper. We will take him. That's fish number 3. We'll try to get 3 more. We'll call it a day. What a beautiful fish. Wow. All right. Super awesome. Hook is still in good shape. We'll re-rig our worm here. After every catch, I just cannot feel my fingers. Pick all the ice out of our guides. Typical wintertime stuff. Temperature right now is about 20 degrees. It is frigid. But trout are wintertime species. They like cold water. So we can continue to catch them as long as we got open water. Go ahead and bomb out another nice long cast. See if that fish has a friend over there. Typically when you find one, you find 2. We will see if that's the case. That fish bit right away. We're swimming upstream with it. Just a lean hook set. And it was on. We'll cast this one further upstream, give that lure much more time to make its way down. Oh, right away. Fish on again. There we go. This one's running. Wacky rig worm is getting it done for us once we found some active fish. This one's not so big, but still a fun fight. Make our way back to our landing location here. That was a super cool takedown on that float. And there we go. Smallest one of the day. Again, hooked right where it needs to be. If you set the hook really hard while throwing a circle style bait hook, one of 2 things will happen. You'll either rip it out of its mouth or you'll hook it down deep. Another gorgeous little fish there. We will take it, everyone. Heck yes. All right, our worm is still looking good. And I'm sure that natural brown color is the color for the day. But we've got a whole box full here, everyone. Our new lures are in these 4 awesome colors with more to come by spring. I want to go back with the pink, the same color we caught our first fish on of the day. I'm going to rig it up on our hook here. Poking it right through the body, just like that. We'll pick all the ice out of our guides and we'll make another cast. So we've made a couple casts with no takers. So I'm going to go ahead and reapply our lure scent, our hog head gel, right on that end of the worm there. During the winter, our gel does get a little stiff. We're going to go ahead, spread out that gel right onto that one end. That's the end they should eat first. They can get that flavor and scent right away. And I took our sinker off to give this lure an even more natural presentation. So we're going to bomb it out, let that worm just drift really natural underneath the float. Added that scent, and let's just see how long it takes to get that bobber down. Oh, right away. Fish on. Big one. Added that hog head gel and bam. This is the biggest fish of the day, everyone. Absolute monster. There we go. Oh yeah. Super good fish. That lure scent goes a long way. What a monster. That's why we come out here, fish these creeks during the winter, to have a chance at these big fish. Wow, we had him right up here to the bank and now he's just strip and drag. What a tank. May get our chance right here. I feel confident in the circle hook, not letting go. The confidence that I don't have is the 4-pound line with an extremely large fish. There we go. Wow. Oh, he jumped right back out of the net. Oh, we need a bigger net for this fish, everyone. What a slab. Unbelievable. My goodness. What a giant fish, everyone. Well over 6 pounds. For sure. Absolute magnum. Hook right where you want to see it. Oh, almost got it out there. That hook is buried deep. That fish was never coming off. Grab our worm. What a stud, everyone. Well over 6 pounds of all muscle. Heck yes. That makes up for those small ones. We will take it. Fish on. Just a little bitty guy. This may be a wildie. It surely is. Beautiful wild rainbow on the old speckled pup. What a gorgeous fish. Icing on the cake for today's adventure. We will be releasing this fish. I do not keep the wilds out of this creek. This creek has a healthy population. It's an asset for the future. We'll give this guy a close-up beauty. Wild Rainbow. I have to give him a little bit of a toss back into the creek there. He'll go back no problem. That's super awesome, everyone. Wild Rainbow, icing on the cake for our epic adventure. Make a couple more casts, look for one of those bigger ones, but if not, I'm happy ending the day just like that. Those speckled pups are available right now on our website, nrvbaits.com. You pick them up in single packs. They come in packs of 12 in 4 awesome colors. You can grab that hog head gel while you're there. We've got it in 3 color glitters, depending on your fisheries and what color you like. You prepare them up, absolutely slay. And again, that's nrvbaits.com.